The moon sneezed. Yes, the moon sneezed so hard that a sparkling silver sock flew out of the sky, spun like a helicopter, and landed right on top of Mr. Wobble's chimney. Picture this. In the tiny bouncing town of Buttonberry, everyone was asleep. Windows quiet, streets still, pillows fluffy. Then, boing! The chimney wiggled, the roof shook, and 12 sleepy pigeons flew away wearing pajamas. Nobody saw this coming. Inside the house, Milo the raccoon sat straight up in bed. He blinked twice, adjusted his tiny nightcap, and whispered, "That was not normal." Milo loved solving strange problems. He carried a flashlight, a notebook, and 3 emergency biscuits at all times. He opened the window. There it was. A glowing silver sock hanging from the chimney, humming like a tiny trumpet. Boop! Milo gasped. Across the room, his best friend Pippa the rabbit rolled out of a blanket burrito and hit the floor with a bounce. "What exploded?" she asked. "Possibly the moon," said Milo. Pippa nodded. "Reasonable." They rushed outside in slippers. The streetlights blinked sleepily. The glowing sock twitched, stretched, and suddenly snapped free from the chimney. It zipped down the road. "Catch that laundry!" shouted Pippa. And the chase began. The sock flew past gardens, bounced off fences, looped around lampposts, and skimmed over Mrs. Tumble's tomato cart. Tomatoes everywhere. Moment 1 had arrived. The silly mistake. Pippa tried to grab the sock with a butterfly net, but caught Milo instead. He spun in circles. "My dignity!" cried Milo. "Still mostly intact!" shouted Pippa. The sock giggled. Yes, giggled. Then it zoomed toward the town square. But wait. The square clock struck midnight, and all the statues yawned awake, as they did every Tuesday. A stone duck flapped once, a marble baker stretched. The giant statue of Mayor Pickles sneezed confetti. The sock shot between them. Milo and Pippa dashed after it, slipping on confetti, sliding under benches, hopping over fountains. Splash! The sock landed on the nose of the town fountain fish. It began to sing. La 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 la. Water danced in rhythm. Benches wiggled side to side. Flower pots bounced. "It's an orchestra sock," gasped Pippa. "It's from the moon," said Milo. "Obviously." Then it got worse. The song grew louder. From every house in Buttonberry, socks began floating out of windows. Striped socks, polka dot socks, tiny socks, giant winter socks, one dramatic velvet sock wearing a bow tie. They all flew toward the square. The townspeople opened doors and stared. "My favorite left sock!" cried Mrs. Tumble. "My lucky hiking sock!" cried Mr. Wobble. My hundreds of socks spun in the air like a fluffy tornado. Moment 2. The chase grows bigger. Milo climbed a fountain edge. "We need to stop the song!" "How?" shouted Pippa as 2 socks braided her ears. Milo checked his notebook. Page 1, sandwich ideas. Page 2, worm facts. Page 3, how to stop magical laundry. Blank. Unhelpful. And that's when things got weird. A tiny silver ladder lowered from the sky. Down climbed a cheerful creature no taller than a teapot. It had round glasses, moon boots, and a hat shaped like a clothes peg. "Greetings," it squeaked. "I am Tico. assistant conductor of lunar sock operations. Moment 3. Unexpected helper. Pippa blinked. There are lunar sock operations? Extremely important ones, said Tico. Moon socks create nighttime music, soft whooshes, cozy snores, gentle dream whistles. Milo pointed at the tornado of socks smashing through the square. Well, your music escaped. Tico adjusted glasses. Minor scheduling hiccup. The silver orchestra sock blew a trumpet sound and zoomed upward. Every other sock followed. Straight toward the old windmill hill. Why there? Asked Pippa. Tico gasped. If it reaches the windmill blades, it will become the Mega Spin Symphony. What does that mean? Asked Milo. Tico swallowed. Too much dancing. They ran. Up the hill, through tall grass, past sheep who were already tap dancing for no reason. The windmill stood under the moon, turning slowly. The silver sock wrapped itself around one blade. Hundreds of socks joined it. The blade spun faster, then ridiculously faster. Music blasted across town. Trumpets, kazoos, tuba hiccups, accordion thunder. Every citizen of Buttonberry began dancing. Sleepy dancing, confused dancing, grandma dancing. Even statues danced downhill. Moment 4. Everything goes wrong. Mr. Wobble moonwalked into a bush. Mrs. Tumble cha-cha'd with a mailbox. 3 cats formed a conga line and refused to stop. Pippa's feet tapped wildly. I can't control my knees, she shouted. Milo slid sideways in panic. Tico clung to a fence post. We need the counter rhythm. What is that? Yelled Milo. A smart comeback melody. 1 clean beat to reset all socks. Do you know it? No. Milo stared. You came without the plan? I brought snacks, said Tico, offering crackers. The windmill roared louder. Clouds bounced. The moon looked embarrassed. Milo thought fast. Every problem had clues. He looked at the flying socks. Some short, some long, some thick, some thin. He listened. High notes from tiny socks, deep notes from wool socks, swishes from sports socks, elegant hums from silk. An orchestra. Then he noticed something else. Every sock was missing its pair. He grinned. I know the comeback! Pippa skid-danced beside him. Please, say it quickly. We don't stop the music, said Milo. We finish it. Nobody saw this coming. Milo grabbed 2 buckets, a broom, and a garden hose from the windmill shed. Pippa, still dancing, helped line them up. Tico stared. This is either genius or furniture. Milo used the hose like a slide and launched himself onto the lowest windmill beam. Boing! He whistled sharply. All the lonely single socks paused. Then he held up 1 ordinary striped sock he had found in his pocket. Its matching partner in the tornado gasped. Yes! Cried Milo. Everyone wants their pair! He tossed the striped sock high. Its partner flew to meet it. Pop! A bright, happy note rang out. The 2 socks floated gently to the ground together. The music softened. It's working! Shouted Pippa. Quickly they searched baskets, laundry lines, and pockets. Pippa flung matching socks skyward like confetti. Tico used moon gadgets to detect pairs. Red fuzzy to Sector 3! Blue ankle sock approaching! Dramatic velvet bow tie reunited! Each matching pair made a joyful sound. Pop, ding, toot, hooray! With every reunion, the tornado shrank. The windmill slowed. Citizens danced less wildly. Mr. Wobble finally stopped moonwalking and bowed to a cabbage. Milo leaped from beam to beam, tossing socks with perfect timing. Pippa cartwheeled accidentally, but usefully. Tico blew a tiny whistle and directed traffic like a professional goose. Soon, only one sock remained in the sky. The glowing silver moon sock. It hovered sadly. "Why isn't it stopping?" asked Pippa. Tico looked gentle now. "It has no pair." The town fell quiet. Even the wind paused. The silver sock drooped. Milo stepped forward. "No pair?" he said softly. "Then it doesn't need one." He reached into his bag and pulled out his own favorite sock. Old, patched, slightly heroic looking. Pippa gasped. "Your lucky explorer sock!" Milo nodded. He tossed it upward. The silver sock blinked, then smiled. They touched. Instead of pairing, they harmonized. A warm, shining chord rolled across Buttonberry. The windmill stopped perfectly. Every lost sock floated back to its owner. The moon glowed brighter than ever. And all the townspeople cheered. Big ending achieved. Mrs. Tumble hugged a laundry basket. Mr. Wobble cried into a handkerchief sock. The statues applauded until their hands got tired. Tico bowed deeply. "You have saved nighttime music." Pippa puffed proudly. "We also saved knees." The silver sock floated to Milo and gently tapped his nose. Then it rose back into the sky, carrying the lucky explorer sock beside it like a best friend. Milo smiled. "Take care of it," he called. The moon gave a tiny wink. Soon dawn painted the town pink and gold. Everyone trudged home, sleepy but happy. Laundry was counted, stories were exaggerated, dance injuries were mostly imaginary. Milo and Pippa sat on the chimney roof with toast. "So," said Pippa, "normal night?" "Pretty average," said Milo. Then something bounced onto the roof beside them. They looked down. A glowing silver mitten. It cleared its throat. Final twist. "Excuse me," said the mitten. "Has anyone seen the moon's other mitten?"